There are the odds for MVP 2022. The favorite, just like his team. There it is. A little more pressure for Josh Allen. Chris, let's do a draft of the guys most likely to win MVP for the first time in their careers. And I have to remember who has and hasn't won the MVP. I had it open. I don't want. We know Aaron Rodgers is not going to be in this draft. Some of the others.
Always Tom Brady.
Who knows?
Right.
Who do you got? Who's your first pick?
I'm going with Josh Allen. I mean,
there's a shock.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take that for sure. I mean, he's been on the cusp of being in the MVP the last 2 years. I honestly think it should have been closer the last 2 years with what he's done. And yeah, I mean, Josh Allen. I mean, again, a guy that can dissect you and make all the right decisions in the pocket. Oh, wait, the play broke down. Him and Mahomes, the best in the business, said, okay, now we're going to play backyard football. And then, as I'll say with Josh Allen, too, other than Lamar Jackson, I don't know, between Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, he's the best running quarterback in football right there. So I will take him. Plus, I think their team is going to be good, too. So we know that's a big factor in this.
Typically, the MVP is the quarterback of one of the teams that end up being the number 1 seed, right? That's how it goes. And so if the Bills are the 1 seed in the AFC, Josh Allen, he's got a big enough name, he can be that guy. So guided by my own twisted logic, I'm going to go Matthew Stafford. There's only 5 guys in the NFL who have won MVP awards. 5 guys currently under contract with MVPs. Stafford has not. Rams end up number 1 seed. Stafford kind of gets the coronation for what he did last year. Remember, this is all subjective. It's voted upon. And I could see Stafford getting a lot of votes just as kind of career appreciation, won the Super Bowl, wasn't the MVP of the Super Bowl. If the Rams are the 1 seed, I could see Stafford being the MVP, Chris.
Yeah, I wrote him down 100%. I mean, last year, again, he did some special things. He threw for 41 touchdown passes. I believe that was only second to Brady, right? So, year 2, you'd think he'd be more comfortable. I'm not mad at you there for that pick. That's certainly where my mind went. Joe Burrow is going to be my next one. Just because, again, we think the team is going to be good. He should be better protected. And we know they got weapons galore to throw the ball to where I wouldn't be shocked if it was, again, last year we had a rare year with Joe Burrow. And the fact that he threw the ball as aggressively as he did down the field and still threw for 70%. That to me is a rare combination when that happens. And he's rare that way. So I certainly could see him throwing for 4,900 yards and 45 touchdowns. I don't think that's a crazy thought with the big play Bengals and Joe Burrow and the weapons he's got at his disposal.
Next one for me, even though it's going to be a tall order for them to be the 1 seed, Justin Herbert is so damn good. Maybe he could put up the kind of numbers and the kind of dazzling moments that would overcome not winning the division or not being the 1 seed. Or maybe they will win the division. Who knows? But Herbert just has so much buzz around him and so much of a sense that he's just getting started and the potential is unlimited as he enters year 3. He's a guy that needs to be taken seriously too, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, it was between Burrow and Herbert. You're right. He threw for 5,000 yards last year. So, and then it's a team that we think is going to be better. A better record, maybe doesn't throw for 5,000 yards, was more efficient, more touchdown passes. He's that type of talent. He's a superstar. So I'm with you there in that pick. And I was just thinking, wait, go ahead, what?
No, I was going to say, hold your thought. We're
going to go commercial?
We're doing the 3rd round after this, but
Gotcha.
If you have one more to button up that point, go ahead.
No, when you said the 5 current MVPs, I was thinking, and then it came to my head. So it's Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, it's Matt Ryan, and Lamar, right? That would be the 5? Yes, okay. I just wanted to have that in my own brain. Thank you.
It would be 6 if Cam Newton was on a roster, but he's not.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and break. One more pick each. Extra time to make your final selection. We'll do that when PFT Live continues right after this. All right, there we are so far. First-time MVP candidates for 2022. Weird to see Stafford on there, but Matthew Stafford never been MVP. He's been comeback player of the year, but not an MVP. Chris, who do you have in round 3?
Yeah, I mean, the annoying thing about this award is that you don't even think about other positions. So, I mean, I got to just say that flat out. It's a little annoying. It is. The MVP for the Super Bowl, the MVP for, the regular season's become quarterback. Unless it's a quarterback that's not very popular like Matthew Stafford, then they find a reason to give it to somebody else. But it's just annoying. It's annoying. We've gotten to a point where it's like quarterback, and I go, well, there's other guys I'd like to pick here, but I'm not, because I'm going to stay with the quarterback because it's inevitable, and I will go with Dak Prescott here. I just, to follow the guidelines of a team that maybe is surprisingly good, or I still think a playoff caliber-ish type of football team. I could see Prescott putting up huge numbers, and I don't have much faith in their run game, and I could see the game laying out to where he's got to throw for 5,000 yards and close to 45, 50 touchdowns.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Mitch Trubisky?
Blow the horn.
He's going to Kirk Cousins or Justin Jefferson?
No, I'm going Justin Jefferson. I'm still waiting for you to blow the horn. It doesn't count. I think there's never been a receiver. There's never been a receiver to win the NFL MVP award. The time is now. Number 18 for the Vikings is going to explode this year in the Kevin O'Connell offense. He's going to play the Cooper Kupp role to heights that Kupp didn't last year. All due respect to Cooper Kupp. I think Justin Jefferson is going to be I would have made it my first pick. I got to come up with a third one. Justin Jefferson's in the conversation because it won't be Kirk Cousins.
No,
because
that'll be one where if it is good, nobody will give it to him. Like if his stats are amazing and they had a supply, they'd go, well, he's just not cool enough, so we won't give it to him. That'll be the one time the quarterback doesn't work. You're right, but I hear you. I like your love there. I was thinking Jamar Chase and Deebo Samuel too.
Safe travels, Chris. We'll see everybody else tomorrow morning.
I'll see you next week. Peace.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.